Rainbow Dash was taking a nap up in her favorite tree, lazily watching the clouds drift by. Sure, the weather for the day was scheduled to be clear, but she was in no hurry, since something so simple like a bunch of clouds would only take her 10 seconds flat to clear out. Everybody could wait a while longer while she took an afternoon nap. The rainbow-striped Pegasus let her eyes blink away to sleep. A peaceful, peaceful sleep. "Hey, Rainbow Dash, Rainbow Dash!" If the high-pitched voice hadn't woken her up. Rainbow Dash grudgingly rolled over and groggily glared at the pony that was keeping her from falling asleep. The pony in question was bouncing happily up and down, completely oblivious to the grumpy state Rainbow Dash was in after being woken up. "What do you want, Pinkie Pie?" Come on down, the hyperactive pony called out. "There's a super duper extra special omega delicious super thing that you have to see." Rainbow Dash sighed and glided down from the tree and landed next to Pinkie Pie. "Are you always this hyper, Pinkie? Seriously." The Pegasus let out a huge yawn. Pinkie Pie put a hoof up to her chin, appearing to think deeply about Rainbow Dash's question. "I don't know what you're talking about, Rainbow Dash," she finally said. "This is me being my normal, everyday, energetic Pinkie Pie self. Last time I was hyper was... I don't even remember the last time I was hyper." "If this is normal, I'd hate to see hyper," Rainbow Dash muttered to herself. "What was that, Rainbow Dash?" Pinkie asked, grinning happily. "Oh, nothing, Pinkie Pie." Rainbow Dash nervously scratched her mane. "So, what's this thing you wanted to show me?" "You silly filly. If I told you, it wouldn't be a super duper ultra special surprise now, would it?" The Pegasus pony giggled. "Oh, Pinkie, you're so random." The pink earth pony energetically nodded. "Well, duh. What fun would it be if I didn't throw in some extra excitements into every pony's lives?" She grabbed Rainbow Dash by the hoof. "Come on, Rainbow Dash. If we sit around any longer, the super duper extra special omega delicious thing you have to see won't be super duper anymore." Rainbow Dash had no idea how Pinkie Pie could trot with only 3 hoofs on the ground, but she learned a long time ago not to question the strange ways of Pinkie Pie. The Pegasus pony happily obliged to letting Pinkie Pie lead her around, much less work for her since all she had to do was hover while Pinkie Pie dragged her. Besides, it was probably just another one of Pinkie Pie's parties again. It was nothing too special. As expected, Pinkie Pie led Rainbow Dash to Sugar Cube Corner. "Is this where your super duper thing is?" Dash asked. "No, silly. This is where the super duper extra special omega delicious thing is," Pinkie corrected. "Come on, open the door! Rainbow Dash grinned and opened the door, and as expected, he was greeted with a sudden wave of confetti and waves of surprise. Inside Sugar Cube Corner was a lavishly decorated party. In other words, the standard Pinkie Pie party. As usual, every pony in Ponyville was there, and DJ Scratch Pony 3 was mixing music at the turntable for every pony to dance to, and every pony was having a good time. And with the atmosphere, Rainbow Dash couldn't help but to smile. "What's this for, Pinkie?" Rainbow Dash asked, knowing her it was some trivial reason. Maybe it was Tuesday or something. Dash wasn't exactly some pony to keep track of the days. However, for once, Pinkie Pie didn't give out the straight answer. "Well, it's for a special reason," Pinkie said softly. "Special?" Rainbow Dash was caught off guard by Pinkie Pie's hushed tone. The Earth Pony nodded. "You see, it's a party I've been planning for a super long time, and I wasn't exactly sure if I wanted to throw it." "You? Not wanting to throw a party?" Rainbow Dash laughed playfully. "Get out!" Pinkie Pie just smiled warmly in response and waited for Rainbow Dash's laughs to die out. "Well, you see, Rainbow Dash, I have something to confess." "You've been keeping secrets from us, Pinkie? What, you spiked the cupcakes with hot sauce again? I don't think there's any pony here who doesn't know about the pranks you do around here." "No, it's not that, Rainbow Dash." For once, Pinkie Pie looked like she was struggling with what she was going to say. "Well, come on, Pinkie Pie." Rainbow Dash playfully slapped her back. "Spit it out." "Well, actually, that cake over there looks scrumptious." Pinkie Pie quickly changed the subject. "I think I'm gonna go take an itsy itsy teeny weeny taste of it. She hopped off to the snack table. You're so random, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash called out after her, laughing. The Pegasus watched Pinkie gore herself on sweets like she always did at her parties. Well, Dash couldn't say she didn't enjoy Pinkie Pie's randomness. It was always funny to see her shove all those sweets down her throat, like she was some kind of vacuum. All those cupcakes, pies, and candies. Wait a moment. Sweets? As Rainbow Dash watched Pinkie Pie eat, an eerie silence crept over the party. Hey, what's going on? Rainbow Dash thought. She looked over at the DJ table. Scratch was still doing her thing, but for some reason, no sound could be heard from the speakers. Not only that, but the room had some sort of a strange monochrome tint to it now, a stark contrast of its usual color of Sugar Cube Corner. The only thing that retained its color was in the room was Pinkie Pie's vibrant mane. Hey, Pinkie, what's going on? The Earth Pony didn't appear to hear Rainbow Dash as she continued to eat the sweets. Pinkie! Pinkie! Rainbow Dash started feeling unsettled by the strangeness of the situation. She started to trot off towards Pinkie, but for some reason she never got any closer. In fact, it looked like Pinkie was moving farther away from Rainbow Dash. The Pegasus started galloping, fearing that Pinkie would disappear from her sight, but the pink pony continued to move farther and farther away. Rainbow Dash lifted her wings, frantically flying towards Pinkie Pie. She could feel the speed beneath her wings, but it wasn't enough to catch up to Pinkie Pie. Dash started to push her body as fast as she could, almost stretching the sound barrier to close the distance between her and Pinkie Pie when finally Rainbow Dash slammed into Pinkie Pie, knocking the cookie from her friend's mouth. Pinkie, you can't! You know what the doctor said. One more binge could kill you. Pinkie looked at her friend, smiling with tears in her eyes as she gave a weak laugh. It's all right, Rainbow Dash. I'm not afraid. Rainbow Dash settled onto the floor, blinking at the crunchy noise beneath her hoof. She looked down. A look of horror spread across her face at all the crumbs. And it's not like one cookie would make much of a difference now anyways. Pinkie, what have you done? Rainbow Dash sped to turn the room apart, looking for needles the doctor gave Pinkie. I already used that yesterday. It was torture, Rainbow Dash. Terrible. Can you imagine? What if you suddenly weren't able to fly anymore? What if Applejack suddenly became lame? I couldn't help myself, Rainbow. It's going to be okay, Pinkie. You're going to be okay. We'll get the doctor. They can fix this. We can make you better. Pinkie looked at the floor, mane hiding her eyes, laugh starting to sound more like sobs. Can you do me a favor, Dash? Can you just hold me for a bit? I keep laughing, but it's not working as well as it usually does, too. Rainbow Dash took hold of Pinkie Pie. Don't worry, Pinkie. I'll get you to the doctor as fast as I can. Just stop talking, okay? Save your strength, please. Pinkie let out a weak cough. Hey, Rainbow Dash, Time froze for Rainbow Dash. She knew that Pinkie Pie collapsed before she got another word out, falling into a diabetic coma. That moment was forever frozen inside the Pegasus pony's brain. The sickly fruit odor coming off of Pinkie Pie's breath, the flush tint of on the pink skin. Mercy called it Kato or something. Hey, Rainbow Dash! Rainbow Dash! Pinkie Pie hopped through the window Rainbow Dash broke through. Shocked, Dash looked down at her hooves and saw that Pinkie Pie's body was missing. You silly filly, I'm over here! Pinkie Pie turned Rainbow Dash's head to make eye contact with her. Pinkie Pie, what's going on? The pink pony said nothing and hopped over to the table filled with cakes. You know something, Rainbow Dash? There was a reason I went on that last binge. Pinkie Pie. The Earth Pony suddenly chomped down on a large pink cake. What are you doing? Rainbow Dash called out frantically. Stop that! The Pegasus tried to restrain Pinkie, but when Dash grabbed hold of Pinkie, a burst of static clouded Dash's vision, and Pinkie Pie was suddenly standing somewhere else. Do you know why I eat so many sweets? Pinkie asked Rainbow Dash. It's not just because I like the taste of them. Rainbow Dash tried to jump onto Pinkie again, but the static burst again when she tried. You see, it's really not that hard for me to restrain myself from eating sweets, Pinkie said. I can actually go a week without eating a single cupcake. I know, I did it once before. Dash frantically leapt again for Pinkie Pie, and again static blacked out her vision. But sometimes I get this icky, stingy feeling in my heart. And when that happens, eating lots of sweets takes my mind off it. So what happened today couldn't really be helped. An intense static filled the room, and when it cleared, Dash found herself in a dark void with only Pinkie Pie and herself. So go ahead, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie said, smiling. Guess what caused me to go on that last binge? Guess! Rainbow Dash gulped. I don't know. I know you already know, you silly filly. You just won't admit it, Pinkie Pie continued to smile. That's 'cause the icky, sticky feeling was... No, I don't want to hear it. Rainbow Dash frantically covered her ears, trying to block out Pinkie Pie's words. All Rainbow Dash could hear was white noise, but her eyes saw the words come out of Pinkie Pie's lips. A single tear fell from Pinkie Pie's eyes as she spoke the words, the only flaw to her perfect smile. The world suddenly crumbled away. Rainbow Dash could feel herself falling, her wings unable to support her weight anymore. Pinkie Pie remained in the air, becoming smaller and smaller until a pink coat blended into the darkness. As Rainbow Dash fell, the words of Pinkie Pie uttered echoed in her thoughts, despite the soundless voice with which she spoke them. The words felt like daggers, piercing Dash's heart, crippling her with pain she felt. You, Rainbow Dash. I died because of you. Pinkie Pie! Rainbow Dash woke from her afternoon nap, screaming Pinkie's name. As she regained her connection with reality, she noticed how heavy she was breathing and a sweat rolling down her mane. You all right, Rainbow Dash? Gilda flew down from the cloud tree Rainbow Dash was napping in. You woke me up with that yell of yours. What is it? Having nightmares about that dweeb you left back in Ponyville? Glinda joked. Rainbow Dash stayed silent for a moment. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine, Gil. Gilda shot Rainbow Dash a concerned look. You sure about this, Dash? From what I can see in you, you definitely do not look okay. I said I'm fine, Gilda, Rainbow Dash snapped. Whoa, chill, man, Gilda said. No need to snap. Sorry, Gilda. Just had a bad dream, that's all. Gilda hesitated for a moment. Just a bad dream? Yeah, don't get your feathers in a bunch. Rainbow Dash brushed off the issue. All right, sheesh. Gilda decided to drop the issue. I guess our plan to take a nap's been ruined. What do you say we go prank some people? That'll make you feel better. Sure, why not? Rainbow Dash responded. All right, cool. Gilda spread her wings, and Rainbow Dash followed in suit. Now how about we go pull a prank on that shopkeeper downtown? She shot me this nasty look this last time I saw her. What's that? A bluish-gray blimp was flying across closer towards Gilda and Rainbow Dash. At first, Rainbow Dash paid no attention to it, but then the shape got closer. Rainbow Dash's eyes widened in recognition. The shape suddenly flew past Rainbow Dash and Gilda and crashed into a picnic table behind them. The muffins have landed! A voice called out from the rubble. No way, Dash said in shock. Derpy?